What's going on, chicken friends? It's Donna Little from the Coop Scoop, and I'm out here hanging out with my guys while I can because I don't really know what we're going to get tomorrow. Tomorrow is supposed to be maybe freezing rain, maybe some ice, maybe not much of anything. I have no idea because the weather changes about every 5 minutes. But you know, I was just thinking about, I guess it's been a couple weeks ago, right before the new year, I was like, I really want to do a video talking about being kinder to people, and I thought that's not really chicken related, and you know, Mark and I could do a video like that on our other channel, Our Little Life. But I sat down to have lunch today, and sometimes you just sort of feel like you're getting nudged to do something. Well, I sat down and I was just scrolling through YouTube, and I came across a video, and it was a content creator that I don't think I'm subscribed to her channel, but I do watch some of her videos, and she has nothing to do with chickens. And she was just saying, you know, nobody really knows what I'm going through right now, that she had some issues that were personal, and she didn't want to put it out there, but that it seems like there had just been this uptick. I guess she has a big platform of people just being really, really cruel. And she said, I feel like you guys almost think I'm not a human. And I thought, you know, I think every time the new year comes around, I always, you know, think to myself, what can I do to be a better person next year? And Mark and I talk about this all the time, Charlotte, about how I think social media has really made people different. And so after seeing that video, I went to one of the chicken groups that I'm in, and there was a post, and it was a very nice post. And she just said, you know, prayers for all the people in California and, you know, that have chickens. And it was in a chicken group, so I know that's why she specified, you know, chickens. And, you know, with all these fires and everything. And so I went to the comments, and it was so unbelievably insane how that post turned into something political. There were people going, oh, we're just chickens? Is this all we care about? How you know? And I'm like, it doesn't have to exclusively mean that's all she cares. So she kept commenting and, you know, defending herself and saying, it's a chicken page, so I was trying to be relevant. And I just thought, what a shame. You know, like, I think when we get in an argument with somebody and we might say something that we, you know, have to apologize for, or we feel like we should apologize for, or that we regret saying, you know, I kind of get that, you know, you just maybe blurt something out in the heat of the moment, but you have to stop and think about what you're typing before you hit send and send that out there to the internet, you know, and so you know what you're doing. And I mean, this lady's nice well wishes for the people in California dealing with the fires just turned into this huge controversy. And so then I just, you know, went on to, it was either a different page or a different post, and this lady was saying that her chicken had gotten killed, and it was her favorite chicken and her children's pet, and how devastating it was because her chicken had jumped up onto their fence, and the neighbor's dog had killed the chicken. The neighbor's dog wasn't in her yard. You know, she was saying, you know, I can't stop crying, you know, and how devastated she was. And I thought, there's no one that could see this post and not understand, even if you don't understand what it feels like to lose a beloved pet, to understand what she wants. And that is just for people to say, I'm sorry for your loss. You know, everybody makes mistakes. Be kind to yourself. Don't beat yourself up. You know, whatever. She just wants people to commiserate with. And it went downhill also, and there were people arguing amongst themselves about whether or not she needs to hold the neighbor responsible. And she had already said, you know, I left this morning and didn't leave my chickens in the run, so I felt like I should have, and this was my fault. And, you know, my chicken jumped up on the fence. What, you know, a dog from another fence is going to see that, and of course they're going to do what dogs do. And I just, as I was reading the comments and people arguing with each other, I thought, oh, you know, the point of this is so lost in all of this. You know, there's so many things that are happening in the world right now. There are still people that are dealing with the loss of their homes in the mountains here from Hurricane Helene back in October. And there are, you know, the people that are losing their homes and dealing with these horrible fires and so many other horrible things that are just going on in the world, and that you can't go look at this post that this lady's made and shown pictures of her chicken that she lost and not know that she doesn't want to see you arguing over how she should handle this. She just wants you to say, I understand, and I'm sorry for your loss. And I think that even though this is a chicken channel and I am kind of off topic here, I see this so much in the chicken community, and I see people, you know, screaming and yelling at each other, and it gets so ugly over whether or not we should heat our coops. And you know, when people ask a question and somebody says, I can't believe you're so stupid, you know, chickens have been surviving on their own for all these years because somebody has a concern over it being, you know, negative 15 degrees where they live and a blizzard, and, you know, are their chickens going to be okay if they leave the coop or whatever. And, you know, just we have to be able to think about what we're typing. There's no doubt that you have to be able to think about that as you're typing it. And I just think that this time of year, especially when it's a new year, that wouldn't it be wonderful if we could all just take a minute to go, I'm going to really make a commitment to try to be kinder, because even though my channel is about chickens, I also want it to be about being kind. And I know you guys wouldn't even be subscribed to my channel if you didn't care. Hi! If you didn't care about your animals, if you didn't care about your chickens. Or I do know there's some people on here. Let's just do this so you can see this cute thing. Miss Georgia. I would be loving on her, but she's standing on my arm. But I know a lot of you don't have chickens and you still are subscribed to the channel, so you must have a good heart. Is, you know, there's a lot going on in the world. There's so much divisiveness and so much anger toward each other for reasons like you know, we've never had to agree with each other to still be nice. And just when I see that sort of thing in the groups, you know, in the chicken world, it just kind of breaks my heart. Like, we need to learn how to stay on topic. We need to learn how to take a minute and try to feel what that person feels. I have had, since I've had this channel, probably the nicest group of people. I would say 99.9% of everybody that comes on my channel is wonderful, and I thoroughly enjoy it. But I have actually mentioned before, you know, some ugly comments that I get, and I had somebody say, I don't ever see that. That's because they're gone. Because I honestly don't have time for that. I really, truly do not have time. I'm not welcoming that into my life. When I first started the channel, I would respond to people like that. Now you're just getting muted and your comments getting deleted. I'm not, you know, somebody said something about something about my chickens were stupid the other day. Somebody's told me my dog was ugly. You know, it's that kind of thing. Like, if you want to discuss something, sure, if you have a different opinion, but there are ways, you know, to get your point across. And even though, like I said, I know this is just a chicken channel, I just would love to see people that are like-minded. If you're watching a chicken channel, obviously you have to like chickens a little bit anyway. Then can we not just go, you know, if I ask a question on a forum or something and say, you know, I've only had chickens for 6 months and I, you know, am scared that mine are going to freeze to death, then either don't answer the question or allow other people to be nice about it, but you don't have to say, what an idiot, you know, like it's wrong. That's what I'm saying. And I think because every time the new year rolls around, I always do think about things like, how can I better myself? You know, I want to, you know, better my relationship with God this year. I'm a Christian, and, you know, I want to be able to do more for my animals. Whatever it is that you have a goal for, you know, but it should always be a good goal. And it shouldn't be something like, you know, how many people can I bash on the internet today? I'm telling you, especially when you see that much division within a group of people that should be kind of like-minded, it really just shows you how our society has, I don't want to use the word crumbled, that sounds kind of extreme, but it kind of has, you know. Like, let's just take the beginning of this year and make that decision and that commitment that we're going to all think before we speak. You know, what is that old saying that our grandmas used to say? If you don't have something nice to say, don't say anything at all. That still holds true, even though it might be a little old-fashioned. That still holds true to this day. So anyway, I just wanted to put that message out there. I think it's just because I saw so many things today online, and I was kind of already thinking about this anyway, and seeing those things I think today just made me go like, I'm doing this message anyway. So receive it how you will, but I do appreciate every one of you guys, except for the one that said my chickens were stupid. You, if you're still watching, I don't appreciate it. You guys, I hope you are enjoying our content and that you are having a fantastic day. I hope you will hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and notification bell so you don't miss anything. I will see you guys in the next video.